Hey, Sonny here. Today I'm showing you actually my favorite Def Leppard song from Pyromania is the last track on the album. It's called Billy's Got the Gun. Um, I did a cover of playing the rhythm of the entire song. So I'm gonna show you how to play the song, entire thing, minus the solo. Uh, just so you know, you probably noticed I do a lot of rhythm videos. I like playing rhythm more than I do with solo. It's just more interesting to me, and I think it's very important for every guitar player to learn how to play rhythm instead of solo. If you can't play a song, then you can't really play. I don't care how good you are with soloing. I mean, I'm not very good with solo at all. I'm kind of sloppy. But I think it's more important to play rhythm and to play the songs and to know the chords and the harmonies of the chords is more important. So let's go over the song Billy's Got a Gun. So the first intro goes like this. He does it 4 times. It's pretty easy. So you just play the 3rd fret on the A string, and then you play the 5th fret of D and G together 3 times. Play the 3rd fret again. Always pivot back to 3rd fret on the A string. Play the 3rd fret on the A string again, and then play the 3rd fret of D and G together. And I move my fingers up, and I use my ring finger next to play the 3rd fret again. And I use my index finger to play the 1st fret of D and G together. Now the next part, I'll use my middle finger to play the 3rd fret on the A string, and I place my ring finger on the 3rd fret of D string, and my pinky on the 3rd fret on the G string. I'll play 4 times, and the last time it slides up. So that's why I use that 2 finger. It just sounds it's easier for me to slide up that way. So the whole thing sounds like this slowly. Does it 4 times. On the 4th time, it just lands on the 3rd fret of D and G and just let it rain out. And it goes to, and it plays the 5th fret of D and G. Okay, and then the singing stop. Billy's Got a Gun, and then I think that's a little tiny thing here. So what I'll do is I'll play the 3rd fret on the B string, hammer on the 4th fret and pull off on the 3rd, and play the 5th fret on the G, and then play the 3rd fret of D and G together. Do the same thing with the hammer on and pull off. This time I'm playing the F power chord on the D and G position. It's D3 and G5. And do the hammer on pull off again. This time you play the 5th fret of D and G together. Okay? And then you count, once you play that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So after the 3rd beat, you play it. So the notes are on the E string, play the 3rd fret and the 6th fret. And then 3, 5, 6 on the A, and place 4th fret of the last note on the last note is 4th fret on the E string. Once you play that, you can the bottom. What you do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And you play it, and then you do this. And the next part you'll play 4 and 6 on the E string, and 3, 5, 6 again on the A string, and you play the power chord of C, which is A3 and D5. And then he moves up and he plays. Basically, that's the 10th fret of D and G, and the 8th fret of D and G. it does this. It played it again. 3 6 on the E, 3 5 6 on the A, 4 fret on the E. Basically the same thing again, and then 4 6 on the E, 3 5 6 on the A, and the last time it plays the B flat power chord. So that's A1 and B3. So A1 and D3, and play the open G string. Back to and then plays the 5th fret on the D and G again. It goes back to verse. Now we're in the verse 2. So again, that part slowly. Start from the. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. Sorry. Goes to verse 2. You just hold on to it for a while, and then it'll play. And then it basically does the same thing again like the verse 1. Oh, that's one part I forgot to show you. After he plays the on the 5th fret of the D and G, he plays. So what I'm playing is I'm playing 2 notes together. I'm playing G5 and B6, and then slide down and play. You move down and you play G3 and B2, B4. Back to the 3rd fret on the D and G, and do it again. F power chord. Back to the C power chord, which is D5 and G5, and you go back to that. And then now it goes to the bridge, and bridge goes like this. So what I'm playing is I play on the 5th fret on the A string and D string together 3 times, and then you lift up your pinky. And I'll play this minor 3rd interval, basically playing A5 and D3 together. And then you shift your fingers, you'll play a flat 5 interval, you'll play A2 and D3 together. And then you play D3, you play A3 and D3 together with index finger. And you play the power chord, the D power chord, which is 5th fret of A and 7th fret of D. So again, slowly goes like this. And turn the distortion off. Again. And after that, you play 7th. 7th, 8th, and back to 7 on the A string, and back to 8th, and then 7 hammer on the 8th on the A string, and Play the 7th fret on the E. And you do that again. So again slowly. On the last time, instead of playing the 3rd fret on the A and D string, it goes. He does that. He basically play the mute on the low E string twice, and play the 8th fret of the D and G string together, and then goes back to. After that, you go back to the intro riff. More time. This is right here. So that part right there is just the stuff from the C power chord. Assuming you know what power chord is now. So C power chord. So down, down, up on the string, down again. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. So you accent on the first beat. You do that, and you move down. You do a B flat chord, the same thing. And then it plays the F power chord. It does that, and then he'll rain out on the C chord. And then play this part again. So play a C chord and it goes a B flat chord. So basically play the C chord 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, and then go B flat, go 1, 2, 3. After the 3rd beat, between the 3rd and 4th, you will do that riff again. Chord after that, and then he'll go back to the key change. That's basically a solo, the same rhythm. Again on the D and G, and then everything kind of slowed down, quiet down, and they plays something different than what we showed so far. I'm sorry, okay. So that's what it's playing as. A little weird, but let me show you. So you play the open E string twice, and then he plays major 3rd interval. It's a G major 3rd interval. It's a D5 and G4 note. And then you play the E, open E again twice, down, up. You play the 7th fret on the D and G. So again, so far we have this. play the C power chord, A3, D5, G5, and it plays this diminished after, right after he plays C power chord. He plays this diminished C chord. Basically, he lifts up his ring finger. You can play the notes are A3, D4, and pinky on the G5. And then you will play on the 3rd fret on the A string, down up, just the one note down up toward. You move up and you play the D power chord. So the whole thing slowly. And then he'll change key again. Now this time you crank up the distortion. He'll play this. What I'm doing is I play the open A string, so we go from E to A. To play the A string twice. Play the 5th fret of G and B string together. And he'll play the A string again one time, and then down up on the A string, and then he plays the 7th fret of G and 8th fret on the B together. And then he'll play, and then you'll play F power chord. And after you play F power chord, and you play basically playing D3 and G5 together. You do the flat 5 interval of F. So you play in D3 and G4. And then you play the on the 3rd fret on the D string, and then after that you play the G power chord, which is D5 and G7. Slowly the whole thing together. Sorry. I'll show you. On the D chord after that, and it goes to the back to that bridge thing. It does that again. It plays the 8th fret on the D and G. And it plays the intro again to end the song. It does it 4 times. On the last time it goes like this. I'm sorry. That's it. It goes. Ends on the song. Basically play the 3rd fret on the A one time. Play the C power chord down, up, down. And then we'll sing bang, bang. You do it again. And that's the whole song for Billy's Got a Gun. And I hope you enjoy watching. And it's a fun song to play. I love this song. So thanks for watching again. See you next time.